Good morning. I'd like to call to order the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting for February 7th, 2024. If you'd all rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Can I have a roll call to support quorum?
Member Allen,
Present.
Secretary Morgan,
Present.
Vice President Ellis,
Present.
and President Suggs.
Present.
Mr. President, we have four present, one absent.
With a attendance of 4, we have quorum. We can begin our meeting. I will entertain a motion to amend the agenda for today.
Mr. President, I move that we amend the agenda for today to add the Gary Landfill Certificate of Substantial Completion and contract for the council attorney.
Motion on the floor, may I have
Second.
second to support? Any discussion? Hearing none, can I have a roll call for approval of agenda?
All right, Member Allen,
Yes.
Secretary Morgan,
Yes.
Vice President Dumas,
Yes.
and President Suggs.
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 4 yes, 0 no.
Moving on to item 3, the review of the minutes from our January 31st meeting. You all should have had it. Entertain a motion for approval.
Mr. President, so move to approve the minutes from January 31st, 2024.
Thank you.
Second.
Motion to move in second. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The minutes are approved. Let's move on to item number 4, claims.
I'll be reading claims in place of Ms. Green today. So the first set of claims are to be paid February 7th, which is today. I'm sorry, they're dated today, but they're to be paid on February 9th. So the first set is Series 110-1 General Fund. The grand total is $201,000. I'm sorry, $201,641.97. I think I read it wrong. $201,641.97. Okay. I thought okay. Special revenue, those claims total $1,147,894.19. Is there a motion to approve the set of claims?
So moved.
Second. Second.
Been moved in second to pay the claims stated payment on February 9th. Roll call to support vote.
Member Allen,
Yes.
Secretary Morgan,
Yes.
Vice President Dumas,
Yes.
and President Suggs.
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 4 yes, 0 no.
With a vote 4-0, the motion passed.
The next set of claims is for ratification of claims paid the week of January 30th. One is from the general fund, the other is from park fund, totaling $246,214.55. Their motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
With a motion that's been moved and seconded, any discussion? Roll call for.
Member Allen,
Yes.
Secretary Morgan,
Yes.
Vice President Dumas,
Yes.
and President Suggs.
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 4 yes, 0 no.
With a vote of 4-0, the ratification of claims has passed.
Okay. The next set is payroll for January 12th, 2024, totaling $68,318.82.
Is there a motion to approve the payroll?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call for.
Member Allen,
Yes.
Secretary Morgan,
Yes.
Vice President Dumas, and President Suggs.
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 4 yes, 0 no.
With a vote of 4-0, payroll is approved.
The next set is payroll for January 26, 2024, totaling $2,176,000. I'm sorry, let me read that again. I don't know why I can't read numbers today. $2,176,019.25.
Is there a motion on the floor? Payment?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, can we have roll call for vote?
Member Allen,
Yes.
Secretary Morgan,
Yes.
Vice President Dumas, and President Suggs.
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 4 yes, 0 no.
With a vote of 4-0, the motion for payroll has passed.
The last listing we have is the ratification of pension payroll paid on January 24, 2024, totaling $997,031.39.
Is there a motion for approval of the pension payroll?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call for vote.
Member Allen,
Yes.
Secretary Morgan,
Yes.
Vice President Dumas, and President Suggs.
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 4 yes, 0 no.
With a vote of 4-0, the pension payroll has passed. Any other claims?
That completes the claims for today.
Thank you. I'd like to move on to item 5 on our agenda, correspondence and agreements.
Yes, sir, Mr. President. I'd like to read a correspondence and agreement from the fire department, from Chief Larry Tillman. The correspondence reads, we respectfully submit the retirement notice of Division Chief Calvin Bankhead. Calvin Bankhead began his employment with the Gary Fire Department on August 7, 1977, totaling in 45 years and 7 months of service. He's retiring from this position effective February 1, 2024. Attached for your review and attach all documents is Division Chief's Bankhead notice, signed and dated and notarized. This memo given by, again, Chief Larry Tillman of the Gary Fire Department. At this time, I would like to entertain a motion to accept the retirement of Division Chief Calvin Bankhead for his 45 years and 7 months of service to this great city.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion on the matter?
Just that he's had a long, good, distinguished career. He's very active in the community, and just want to congratulate him on that. And that he's been a great asset, and we hope he has a long and enjoyable retirement.
Fantastic, thank you. Hearing no more discussion, all in favor, say yay.
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 Any opposed? Okay, the motion passes and congratulations to Mr. Bankhead.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to review or provide correspondence from the Public Works Division in reference to residential disabled parking signage, both new and renewal. I'll read the addresses for the new residential first. The Board of Public Works Department received the following addresses for new disabled parking: 719 Garfield Street, 568 Cleveland Street, and 5063 Jefferson Street. All documentation has been verified and the required fees have been paid upon approval. At this time, I would like to move to accept the approval of new residential parking for those addresses.
Is there a second for the new disabled parking?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? I was part of the yes. Motion carries.
All right, Mr. President, I would like to read now all renewal of disabled parking for the following addresses. We have received, again, all of the application renewal and fees paid upon approval for the following: 1372 Harrison Street, 4508 Pennsylvania Street, 431 Dallas Street, 267 Grant Street, 2945 West 19th Avenue, 267 Taft Street, 755 Hayes Street, 1765 Roosevelt Street, 729 Cleveland Street, 768 Polk Street, 1520 Rutland Street, 2051 Georgia Street, 533 King Street, 373 Dallas Street, 734 Mississippi Street, 483 West 22nd Place, 243 Taft Place, 518 Rutledge Street, 3560 Polk Street, 1155 Pennsylvania Street, 3573 Johnson Street, 636 Harrison Street, 745 Harrison Street, 369 Taft Street, 345 Taft Street, 2041 Georgia Street, 3560 Van Buren Street, 527 Rutledge Street, 1740 Ellsworth Place, 1035 Morton Street, 313 Chase Street, 4008 West 10th Avenue, 355 Johnson Street, 529 Taft Place, 2361 Lincoln Street, 3632 Madison Street, 1756 Garfield Street, and 1016 Rawson Street. All documentation has been verified and required fees have been paid. At this time, I move to accept all of the renewals for disabled parking.
Is there a second for the renewals?
Second.
Any discussion on the renewal matter? Hearing none, all in favor, say yes.
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 Any opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Mr. President, I would like to read correspondence from the Community Development Department. This correspondence is the request for approval of a change order for the ERP for 3631 Harrison Street in Gary, Indiana. This becomes as a request for the attached ERP change for the order of 3631 Harrison Street. The change order is replacing existing walls, mold damage, reframe walls, and a window. Replacing floor and subfloor and underlayment, installing new drywall and paint of the location of the second floor bathroom. The total change order is in the amount of $1,735.50. The new contract amount and the change order will be $10,635.50. The change order will represent a 19.5% increase over the original contract amount. I'm requesting this change order be approved. Coming again from the Director of Community Development, Arlene D. Colvin, as the Director. And attached documents are signed by both the contractor, the director, and property owner of said property. At this time, I would like to move to accept, make a motion to accept that change order.
Is there a second to the motion for change order?
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion on the approval for change? Hearing none, can we roll call?
Member Allen,
Yes.
Secretary Morgan,
Yes.
Vice President Dumas,
Yes.
and President Suggs.
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 4 yes, 0 no.
With a vote 4-0, the approval of the change order is approved.
Mr. President, we also have a correspondence from Director Arlene D. Colvin, the Community Development Department, for the recession of senior rehab contracts at 572 Roosevelt and 445 Adams Street. I'm going to read the correspondence. The Board of Public Works and Safety rescind the contracts for rehabilitation work at the following locations: 572 Roosevelt Street and 445 Adams Street. The contract and rehab work awarded to JMD Construction for the installation of windows on a historic property must be rescinded because the windows order can no longer be supplied. Substitute windows must now be utilized as approved by the Indiana Historic Landmark Office, which will increase the contract price. Since work had not begun on the projects, the old contracts must be rescinded and new contracts must be prepared reflecting the new price and will be submitted to the Board of Works at a later date for approval. We are therefore requesting the following contracts be rescinded. JMD Construction, 445 Adams Street for $30,000, and JMD Construction for 572 Roosevelt Street for $32,400. Again, new contracts will be provided at a later date. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to rescind those contracts.
Is there a second?
Yes. Second.
Any discussion on the rescission? Hearing none, can we have a roll call vote?
I'm sorry, I stated the wrong address. For clarification, it's 4445 Adams Street. I put 445. It's
Yes.
4445, excuse me. Thank you.
We amend the motion to include the corrected address. So
Can we-
I'm amending
yeah.
the motion to include.
Motion has been amended to move the motion from 445 Adams to 4445 Adams Street. Can we have a roll call?
We needed a second.
Second.
Second on the amendment. It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say yes.
Yes, sir.
Any opposed? No opposition. The amendment passed. Roll call vote, please, sir.
Member Allen,
Yes.
Secretary Morgan,
Yes.
Vice President Dumas,
Yes.
and President Suggs.
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 4 yes, 0 no.
With a vote of 4-0, the amendments on Roosevelt and Adams has passed.
All right, so
We have
moving-
it.
Oop,
Yes.
sorry,
William.
Mr. President. Correspondence from the engineering department, we have before us a request for heavy load. SMS Group has requested to use the streets of Mason Avenue, well, starting at 201 Mississippi Street, using Mason Avenue, Virginia Street to US 20, which is Fifth Avenue. It is recommended by the engineering department to grant approval contingent upon the $50 fee being paid prior to the move, 72-hour notice to be given prior to the move. Pavement conditions shall be evaluated, and SMS Group Inc. Insurance also agrees to have us added as additionally insured.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the oversized load request?
So moved.
Is there a second on the motion?
Second.
Any discussion? I just have one quick question. You said the road will be assessed. Is that assessed prior to and after?
Prior and after.
Okay, thank you. Any other? Yes.
Mr. President, yes, additional question in regards to this oversized load. I know it's standard protocol, but do we verify that they've already contacted local authorities for escort to ensure safety of other pedestrians and vehicles on the road?
Yeah, they're supposed to communicate with public service if that's needed.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? May I have a roll call vote, please?
Member Allen,
Yes.
Secretary Morgan,
Yes.
Vice President Dumas,
Yes.
and President Suggs.
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 4 yes, 0 no.
With a vote of 4-0, the motion to approve the oversized load request is approved. We have an item E on the agenda.
President, I have correspondence from the Finance Department regarding RFQ for fixed asset inventory. I'm going to read this in pertinent part into the record. This is to the Board of Works from our City Controller, Ms. Salita Green. It's advertisement to request quotation to complete inventory assessment of City of Gary assets and CFA preparation. The City of Gary Finance Department is seeking to request for quotations for inventory assessment of the City of Gary and Gary Sanitary District assets. The quotation should include: 1, fixed asset inventory and assessment, complete count and assessment of all city fixed assets, electronics, technological, office, and exercise equipment and appliances. 2, depreciation of assets using straight line method and calculation of current values. 3, assessment of condition and recommendations for disposal of end of useful life assets. 4, upload information to the current financial software or recommendations of software to maintain and annually update assets and upload into current city financial system and Indiana Gateway. 5, train staff on maintenance of asset inventory systems, including but not limited to additions, deletions, disposals, depreciations, and reporting. 6, offer continuing support for at least 1 year. 7, services for the fixed assets inventory and assessment should be completed by June 30, 2024. Then section 2 of this is schedule of expenditures for federal grant awards for the SEFA program. So number 1, they work to train staff to produce an accurate annual CFA report in Gateway. 2, they advertise opportunities to better collect data with current or available systems. 3, offer continuing support for at least 1 year. Comprehensive requirements for this RFQ are available in the Finance Department at 401 Broadway. This is in City Hall, 401 Broadway, Suite 101, and are available by email from Diane Crawford, which is D Crawford, so that's DCRAWFORD at gary.gov. The RFQs should be submitted to the City of Gary Department of Public Works at 401 Broadway, first floor, Gary, Indiana, zip code is 46402, or email Nate George. His email address is ngeorge, so NGEORGE at gary.gov. RFQs will be anticipated beginning Monday, February 12th at 12 p.m. and closing Friday, February 23rd at 12 p.m. Central Time. RFQ responses will be open at the next regularly scheduled Board of Works meeting, which will be on Wednesday, February 28th at 10 a.m. And that's all. Is there a motion to accept this correspondence and authorize that we advertise for this RFQ?
So moved.
There's a second. Been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion on the motion?
Just, this is something that we're required to do. And we hope that we get a good number of competitive quotes in so that we can get it going and make this just a regular part of what we do every year so that we have good audits and all that. So,
Fantastic. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Roll call for vote on the motion.
Member Allen,
Yes.
Secretary Morgan,
Yes.
Vice President Dumas.
Yes.
And President Suggs.
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 4 yes, 0 no.
With a vote of 4-0, the RFQ for fixed assets inventory has passed.
President Stokes, we amended the agenda to add the Gary Landfill Certificate of Substantial Completion. We have Ms. Brenda Scott Henry, who can discuss this. Would you like her to discuss it before we ask for a motion, or how do you want to proceed?
Yes, please.
Good morning, Board.
Good morning.
So what I presented is the Certificate of Substantial Completion for the Gary Closed Landfill. The City of Gary was required by consent decree to improve the gas collection and control system, which means that we needed to install additional gas wells to extract gas and then route it to the main flare to burn it off. So we've completed that project and we are at substantial completion. However, we have some items on the punch list that needs to be completed, and our engineer is CDM Smith, as well as on-staff engineers helping us with this process, has reviewed it, and it is ready for approval. This will close out a portion of the construction work at the Gary Sanitary Landfill, the closed Gary Sanitary Landfill.
Thank you.
I'd like to move that we approve the Certificate of Substantial Completion for the closed Gary Landfill.
Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the certificate for completion, substantial completion for Gary Landfill. Roll call, vote, please.
Member Allen,
Yes.
Secretary Morgan,
Yes.
Vice President Dumas,
Yes.
and President Suggs.
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 4 yes, 0 no.
With a vote of 4-0, the certificate for substantial completion has been approved for Gary Landfill.
President Suggs, the last item that we added to the agenda today is the contract for the council attorney.
Yes, can I have a motion for the approval?
I move to accept the contract as written.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none, roll call for approval.
Member Allen,
Yes.
Secretary Morgan,
Yes.
Vice President Dumas,
Yes.
and President Suggs.
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 4 yes, 0 no.
With a vote of 4-0, contract for council attorney has been approved. Any other outstanding items? Trent, do we have anyone in public comments?
No, sir.
With the review of the public comment sign-up sheet, I see no one has signed up. Anyone in the audience care to share? Well, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
It's been moved.
Second.
All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Meeting is adjourned.